today I want to suggest you every brawler that you should have maxed out for the last season of ranked and also for the next season of ranked, so you can hit emerald or champion. I give you 3 potential brawlers for every class that you should have maxed out in the current meta, and even giving you a 4th alternative in case you have like a brawler not even unlocked. So as always, don't forget to subscribe, and let's start this video. So let's start with the first category, the marksmen, or we call them snipers. The 3 picks I can recommend you here are Angelo, Janet, and Nani. So actually first time I think that I didn't include Piper in this list, but yeah, Angelo has so much value on maps with water. Can be played in so many modes, from heist to hot zone to bounty to knockout. You're able to make use of him in almost every mode. He's a decent sniper with all the abilities that you need, and it's not really countered by any brawler. Maybe by Nani's send back to sender gadget, but beside that you are doing nothing wrong with his pick. Then we have Janet. It's kind of weird that Janet is considered a marksman, but yeah, she is. With her new hypercharge, she's crazy broken in gem grab, for example. You can literally just fly on a gem carry, get a free kill on him, if necessary land like 2 or 3 auto attacks and fly out again. Great to hold control with her gadget, gives you bush vision if needed, and her damage isn't crazy, but it's definitely enough to be an S tier pick. And the third one, I was talking about Nani. She's just a must-have in my opinion for bounty like hideout or shooting star. She's the strongest lane, can carry this whole mode single-handedly, and maybe can also be played in heist with the teleport gadget. She doesn't have too many modes where she's like crazy in, but I think you definitely want to have like one very good pick for bounty, and marksmen are literally made for bounty. For knockout we have a brawler like Angelo, or a lot of other potential picks you will see later in this list. And if you have some gold left, or I don't know, you just don't have one of these brawlers, then you can also consider having Brock in your loadout. He can break walls, give your team a better access to the game, deals decent damage, is very good at zoning, can be played in knockout, heist, hot zone, and yeah, I think basically every mode. Maybe not Brawl. And I think with that you have 4 excellent snipers. So we get to the next category. Now we are talking about the throwers. First of all, of course, we have Juju. She is simply broken. She will get nerfed as soon as possible, so be careful here. I don't want you to waste all your gold on Juju and be like, oh man, 1 week she's useless, she got nerfed. So depending on how much gold you have, you should consider being careful upgrading her. She's also banned a lot in ranked, so yeah, can be played on every single map. Well, she's not S tier on every single map, but S tier on every single mode. Let me give you some examples, like hot potato in heist, shooting star in bounty, triple dribble in Brawl, dueling beetles in hot zone, flaring phoenix in knockout or out in the open, or hard rock mine in gem grab. If you have her power 11, you will definitely do nothing wrong, but as I said, be careful, she will get nerfed. But I have some alternatives for you. Also Sprout is a good thrower in case that Juju is banned, for example, in knockout or in hot zone. He works pretty well there. Can also be played in bounty, and you surely can replace this brawler with Grom. I just think Sprout has a little more value because you can play him in hot zone if the matchup is good, but if you need maybe some more DPS or a different type of thrower, then I also suggest you Barley. You can play him in heist, for example, or if you have a different hot zone map that requires, as I said, a different type of brawler. For example, you play Sprout in dueling beetles. He can be good there with the right matchup, and on open business you would rather play Barley. And if you want to save your gold on one of these brawlers, then I can also tell you that Larian Rory is a good pick. He, on the other hand, is not good in like bounty or knockout, but good in Brawl or hot zone or even heist, depending on the matchup. And we get to the third category, the damage dealers. Of course, no SnakeThug video without Surge glazing. Surge is still a very good damage dealer. I don't think he's considered S tier anymore, but I think he's the best answer you can choose against tanks, against assassins. A great Brawl pick, good defending brawler in heist, good brawler in gem grab. With power shield, you can just do so much against him. And in my opinion, he still is S tier because because the potential with this brawler is just crazy. When I'm playing ranked with randoms, I even used to play him on the lane just to farm my stages real quick, then switching into the middle so I can play the gem carry. But I have also some other brawlers, and that's Colette. She's great in Heist. I think Chuck is always banned, so I did not include Chuck in this list. Just make sure, if you don't know if your teammates have Chuck, for example, just ban this guy. Rule number 1. And you can play Colette on every single Heist map. It's the same as with Nani and Bounty. Colette is just a Heist brawler. One hypercharge super, the Heist save loses around 20%. In my upcoming rank video, you will see that I actually was able to get 2 hypercharge supers on the save. That thing already 50% down, melting in like 3 seconds. And then I also added Rico to this list as a damage dealer. You can see him everywhere. He's so strong with his hypercharge in like Hard Rock Mine. You can play him also in Hot Zone or in Heist Hot Potato. Great there if your opponent doesn't have Wall Break. Strong in Brawl 2, on Center Stage or Pinball Dreams. His gadget got a little nerfed, but that doesn't stop him from being one of the best brawlers in the game right now, especially for ranked. And my 4th pick, if you're not happy with the 3 brawlers that I just suggested, or if you need another one for whatever reason, then I have Pearl for you. She's basically an all-rounder and fits these 3 brawlers quite well because Colette is, you know, more for Heist. Rico is relying on some maps. Surge is an all-rounder, but surely not good on open maps. So you also have Pearl here. She's basically good in every single mode. Great control brawler, decent damage. The next category are the tanks. Don't be surprised, but I put Hank here. I think Hank nowadays is actually a decent tank. He's very good in Canal Grande, in my opinion. A great counter to brawlers like Penny, Shade, or other low DPS brawlers, or brawlers that don't really have abilities to cancel your main attack. Since your teammates hopefully will take care of you, Hank might be a very good pick in my opinion. But I also have other picks for you, such as Jackie. I think Jackie is just a broken, stupid tank. You don't need to know much about her. Just click your gadget, go in, click auto aim. It's great for this Snake Prairie map. It can be used in Hot Zone with the Great combo, for example. Decent pick in Brawl Ball. She's capable of scoring nice and quick goals, especially with her super. And then I also have Ash for you. He's back in the meta. In the right hands, this brawler is gold and can dominate. He has some modes where he's weak in, such as Showdown, but luckily we don't have Showdown in ranked, or Heist. Just want to keep your rage up all the time. So I would recommend modes like Brawl Ball, Hot Zone, but not really low pace games. Also Knockout wouldn't work really well. And if you need a 4th pick, then I'm going with Bibi. I don't like playing Bibi too much because I feel like she has a lot of counters. Buzz can bully her on the lane, or Primo, but sometimes against throwers she can have a lot of value. I still would recommend using one of the other tanks that I recommended. And now let's take a look at the controllers. So a brawler, I also made a video about him, who came out of nowhere dominating the meta right now, is no other than Otis. His hypercharge seems to buff him a bit more than expected. He's a good esports pick. His hypercharge doesn't need too much time to cycle it through, and it's just a great pick for literally every single mode. He literally does his job controlling the game, making sure you're not getting overran by tanks or assassins. Has a good gadget for controlling, and is super, well, it's basically a free kill. Anyway, I think he's just a great lane also in a mode like Gem Grab. Can also be played as mid. There's a lot of options you have with Otis. He's a truly all-rounder. Only thing he's lacking is movement, but I mean, we're talking about controllers, so it makes sense that you don't have a lot of movement abilities. Then I also have Lou for you. He's just a menace in Hot Zone. Usually I would say just play him in Hot Zone, but no, he's also playable in like Brawl Ball or Gem Grab. He will surely get nerfed again. He used to be only good in Hot Zone and was a decent pick there. Supercell buffed him, and now he's not only in Hot Zone but also in other modes because he's so strong. Jean is the 3rd brawler. And why did I put Jean over Jessie since Jessie is so strong? Well, I think you can only play Jessie in 2 modes, in Gem Grab and Hot Zone. That's not bad, but you can play Jean in 3 modes. That's Knockout, Bounty, and Gem Grab. I think both are great. Jean a bit more for control. Both are actually excellent for control. Jessie probably is a bit better in Gem Grab with her turret, and she's so annoying also in Hot Zone. But yeah, as I just said, Jean just has 1 additional mode. This is why I put him on the top 3, but it's up on you. If you prefer Jessie, if you feel like you have enough Knockout or other brawlers like for the modes, then you can surely also go with Jessie. Won't do anything wrong with her. And we get to the Assassins category, my most favorite category. First of all, we have Melody, way too broken with the hypercharge in Heist. She's crazy. Usually a team always bans Chuck and Colette. People forget about Melody very often, I feel like, but you don't want to forget about her. sniper. Not only in Heist, she's a beast, but also in Brawl, Jam Grab, or Hot Zone. You can get insane value with just a single play. Then again, Stu, I feel like he's more of a controller. Obviously, he's an assassin. He has great movement. He just needs one tap for his super, dashing through the whole map. But I would also consider Stu as a controller. I think that's important in ranked. A very strong lane. Most of the time, you will have an easy life with Stu dominating your lane or just pressuring them back, then helping your mid lane to win it. And then I have Morris. You know, sometimes you just have these very squishy matchups. Just imagine a sniper, a thrower, and then, I don't know, maybe a squishy controller like Russ, for example, or Squeak. Then you will have a very free matchup with Morris. And the last category is about supports. First of all, here it's the same as with Juju. I have Barry listed here. He's a very OP broken healer at the moment. Also ranked S tier. I think this guy needs a little nerf, so I'm warning again. You maybe want to save your gold here because Barry will experience a nerf on your own risk, but I have also other suggestions for you. Also, in my opinion, more like a marksman or a controller. We have Gus, but he's considered a support. I can understand because of the shield. He's a great mid lane in a lot of modes. Can also be played in knockout, bounty. A true all-rounder. Won't do anything wrong with him. Always play the damage build on him. And then I can also suggest Max to you. You don't see her often in ranked, but if you feel confident on Max, I can really recommend playing her. It gives you a great team synergy in a lot of cases. If you're not very good with Max, then I still have a fourth pick for you, and that is Gray. Also not the easiest brawler to play, but he has a lot of value in knockout. I think the Hot Zone combo is kinda out, but I can still see it from time to time. With the hypercharge, you can have 2 teleports, so I would not underestimate that. But yeah, Max, as I said, gives you great team synergy. The hypercharge is very OP, especially if you stack with your team. You can have a 75% instant supercharge. What a beast hypercharge. Very underrated. I think more like an esport pick. And if you have any other suggestions, if I forgot a brawler, for example, if you say, guys, don't forget about this brawler, let the people know in the comments. And with that being said, we get to an end for this video. If you liked it, then consider to subscribe to the channel and leave a like. And if you didn't, leave a dislike and tell me what I can improve about my future videos. Your SnakeThug. Peace.